Hi, how are you? It's Travis in here, and welcome back to our adventures with the Hardcore Warrior. Today we are back in Feralas, guys, and we are going to continue questing here today. We picked up a few quests. Last episode, one of them is this one here, a Grim Discovery, where we have to slay some Grim Totem TAUREN, and also the Ogres of Feralas, where we have to slay Gorduni Ogres. Looks like there's quite a few deaths here. It's a popular death location. And we are I think the same level as the quest. So, could be a scary one to do. Good thing is we do have a Powered Fortitude, which is giving us 430 health for the next 25 minutes. So, that'll help quite a bit. And hopefully we can survive this today, guys. And then I think eventually we will go back to Tanaris and turn in Screecher Spirits and then maybe do some more questing there. Hope you guys are doing well today. I am doing pretty good. Enjoying the weather. Winter is finally over. Well, for most of... for where I live in Canada. There's some places in Canada where there's still snow. But it's over. It's over for me, so it's pretty nice. It'll get there soon. If you're in like a mountainous region, you still have snow for sure. Let's get ourselves a food buff, guys. And we should hit level 46 today. I'm looking forward to that. And we are also 4.5 gold away. 4 gold. Pretty much four more gold. And we'll have our mount. Maybe that'll be today, depending on what drops we get. And I wonder why this quest is such a pain for people. We were fighting some Grim Totem last episode. We didn't have much trouble. Looks like there's another person here dealing with them as well. Grim Totem Naturalist. Guy just looks like a regular druid just hanging out. Yeah, there's a Shadow Priest right there. But if you pull multiple of them, they have some pretty good abilities. There's a healer one, I know. The Shaman heals. So you have to watch out for that. Seems like we'll be okay, though. There's a lot of people here just running around fighting them. We get this... Take a few hits of this iron deposit. Hopefully get a few mining levels. We're 162 mining now. That's something we will get back into, is mining. Once we get our mount, I'm going to try to get it over 200. Hopefully this guy's okay, bro. Good? Yeah, he's good. He took that guy down pretty quick. The Shadow Priest should be fine. This is where they keep all the sprite darters. Here. They cage them up. There's a Grim Totem Naturalist running away. We'll take this easy kill. Oh, the sprite darter killed him. Nice. Let me get this one. The sprite darters are the revenge of the sprite darters. Nice. I didn't know that happened here. Nice. I wish we could save them, man. The Alliance can. You get a key off of one of these guys. So this reminds me of the Gorduni Ogre quest we did last episode. It's just a barren wasteland. Nobody... It's hard to even get a mob tag. The problem with this quest, though, is nobody's going to want to group up with you because we're trying to collect horns. So this quest might not be a good one. We can go up here, though. We'll see if there's any up here. I heard something interesting about Discord, guys. Supposedly they are asking some users to scan their faces or IDs to verify their age. when they attempt to view sensitive content on Discord. I guess that's a new thing that they have to do now. Not too sure what I think about that. I wouldn't be a fan of having to do that. You know, but giving Discord my, you know, ID and facial recognition and all that information. Even though they have probably most of it. But one thing I know about facial recognition is that in this day and age, is it really like that effective? You know, there's so many ways around it, especially with the power of AI today. Like you can take a prompt of a picture of my face, for instance, or anybody's that you on the internet, and just have a prompt of their of their face, and like multiple different images of them doing stuff with your face. So even videos. Like, and they can also like take your voice too and use that. People are using people's voices nowadays for scams. I actually know an elderly couple where their son, I think her son or daughter, somebody used their voice on a phone call and called their mom and dad, and they asked their mom and dad for help, send me, like, wire transfer me some money, and it wasn't their kid. But it sounded just like them. So, like, there's, tons of AI scams out there. And the way you can get by with facial recognition is through AI. It's just like you can use anybody's face, right? But they try to make it a little more secure by saying, write down on a piece of paper your name and the date of when you're sending us this photo for facial recognition. You can still make an AI prompt for that. That doesn't really work either. You know, you can get a picture of you holding it up like this, holding up the written stuff, and then just set the AI prompt to have this face instead of mine. And then it looks like that. So, I don't think it really works that well, so that's probably why they should scrap it. You know, they have to find another way. Or maybe just, I don't know. I think people would stop using Discord if it became, I don't think I could just charge in there. If it became, mandatory for you to show to sign up, you had to provide facial recognition and your ID. I think another VoIP would just come on the scene and not ask for that, and that would become the more popular, VoIP to use. And that's what Discord is. It's just a VoIP like Ventrilo. It took a lot from Ventrilo, you can tell. Ventrilo used to be the most popular VoIP, and then Discord came out around like 2015, 2016. We used to go on. You used to use Ventrilo all the time back in the day. Hey, help me out? No. We got that? Hilarious. And then he fears it? Like, come on, man. What if he pulled more stuff? Doesn't he care about my safety? Okay. I heard about some deaths recently. One was just some death mistakes people make, and they tell people about it to avoid doing what they did. Anybody else in there? No, just us. And one was an orc. Pulled too much stuff and they popped Blood Fury. And what Blood Fury does is increases base melee attack power by 25%. But it also reduces healing effects on you by 50% for 25 seconds. So he popped Blood Fury, you know, got low. Used a health pot. It pretty much did nothing. And then eventually he died. So you have to watch out for that as a warrior. I hated that. Blood Fury really sucks as a tank too. I was an orc tank. And I rarely used that ability, right? Unless I knew I wasn't going to die. Just because of that 25-second healing debuff. That's why orc kind of sucks for not only hardcore, but for tanking. But if you're a damage dealer, it's not too bad. It's really good, actually. Because you're usually not like taking that much damage. So you can just pop Blood Fury and go off. But that's an unfortunate death. That's why I think Tauren for hardcore is maybe one of the best warrior races. You know, you get, you know, War Stomp, stuns up to 5 enemies within 8 yards for 2 seconds. You also have the Stam buff, which is awesome. I'll show you guys the ratios here. Endurance, total health increased by 5%. Like, that's amazing. Like, so the more stamina you get a 5% buff on top of that. Orcs get, this is another reason why orcs are good for, like, PvE, is because of axe specialization. Getting that the 5%, or the hit increase with your axes, just makes the class awesome to use, because you don't need as much hit on your gear, right? So you can take those really nice pieces that don't have hit and use those instead. So you only need 6% hit to have, like, you know, good hit as an orc, as long as you're using an axe. But human's the best, because I think swords are better than most axes, to be honest. Like, Thunder Fury's a sword. So humans have, you know, mace and sword specialization. That's why I think humans probably the best PvE race in the game for melee classes. Got some more tender wolf meat there. We're going to have quite a nice stack of it soon. And I heard another story here. It's called Healer's Guilt. Hardcore story. Yesterday, I ran Wailing Caverns with some randoms. There is this mage that I'm pretty sure I'm the one who caused his/her death. We were up against Verdan. Then it's got pretty messy from the start. Tank can't keep up threat, and the aggro is passed between all party members one by one. Even I managed to pull the boss by just healing. I bubbled the mage, no problem. The aggro is now passed between... Gotta watch out here. I'm gonna die telling this story. So basically what happened is a bunch of, like, aggro issues. Tank had trouble holding aggro. The mage picked up aggro and died. Just got smashed by Verdan. That happens. And who do I blame during situations like that? You gotta blame the mage. You gotta have a threat meter. Right? You don't have a threat meter, then, you know, that's on you. Like, it tells you, like, who has threat. The only time that's legit is against like when you see stuff like that happen, a lot of deaths like that. Nice, we got level 46. What are we gonna take now, guys? We keep going down this tree, I guess so. Booming voice increases the AoE of our battle shout. Increases the melee attack power. Reduction of our demo shout. That's improved demo shout. That's not too bad. And then they got Unbridled Wrath. Gives you an 8% chance to generate additional rage point when you deal melee damage with a weapon. Improved demo is pretty good. Or you can go with the getting more rage. Kind of like improved demo. That might be pretty good. Thinking about the rage too, though. The extra rage is always good. It's a tough choice. Like, I will admit I don't use demo all the time because you don't, like right here, I don't really need to use demo shout. Like I could. Does help. Maybe I should use it more. But for one mob, it's not a big deal. Obviously, if you fight like multiple mobs, demo shout's good. I think improved demo could save my life, so we'll do that. If I wasn't, playing hardcore, I'd probably go with Unbridled Wrath. So there we go. We took the improved demo. Makes me want to use it more, so that's good. We're safer, guys. We're going to take less damage. So now it reduces melee attack power by 116. That's quite a bit. Got some more bandages here. Let's keep on crafting these. Oh, damn it. Is this guy going to take that? Get away. I know what you're looking at, pal. You're looking at that... He's looking at that ore right there. Looking at that iron deposit, aren't you? There you go. Nice. There we go. Taking it. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. I'm not too sure. But we needed that mob to be pulled to mine it here. Oh, there he is, a raider. He dazed us. My strafing was not very good there. But yeah, you need a threat meter, guys. You're going to do dungeons. Kind of griefing if you don't have one. I can see why this place is dangerous. You can easily just pull a bunch of taurens and then you get wrecked. Somewhat hard to see, too. This whole zone is kind of like... It has a dark, like, gloomy vibe to it, so it's... Mobs can easily hide themselves. Like those gnolls that we were fighting, they were kind of tough to see as well. Let's get ourselves another food buff. Come on. There we go. Oh, damn it. That's right. Demo shout to open up the fight. It's actually a good thing to use, man. I'm kind of griefing myself not using it more often. Because we take less damage, right? Which means I don't have to heal as much. It's always worth it to... Oh my gosh. This is how you die. Can we run here? Come back. What a dirty... Yeah, get... That's right. He was trying to find some friends. That's how you die here. The raiders trap you, they get low, and then they run, and then they get a bunch of buddies, and then you're trapped, and you die. So they're the mob that you have to watch out for. Or could you imagine you play like that mob and a shaman? And then he runs away, pulls more, shaman heals him to full, and now you got like 4 mobs on top of you. That could easily happen as well. The heck is that? I heard a bear roar. This is an interesting take. If the tank dies, it's the healer's fault. If the healer dies, it's the tank's fault. If DPS dies, it's their own fault. And then he says, like, everyone has a perfectly fine threat meter to make sure they don't rip aggro off the tank. Even if the tank is doing, you know, crappy threat. But the thing is, against Verdan, your tank's most likely sword and board. All right, so you got to give him some time to build threat, or at least let him get some sunders up. You know? Let him build a few sunders up. And then you start teeing off on him. I kind of agree with that. Sometimes it's still the healer's fault if the, like, you know, the healer dies. And, you know, the tank can't, like, taunt the boss off. Because taunt's a spell, right? It can resist. So you could... The healer could just be like, okay, I'm going to hot you at the start. Just start pumping, like... Healers have to watch threat, too. That's why healing's tough. So you have to watch out about threat as well. You don't want to rip off the tank either, right? But it's the hard part is, like, you don't want him to die as well. So it's an interesting balance. Let's go for the naturalist. Was in a dungeon on my mage, and the warrior that we were running with didn't have a ranged weapon. He was tanking too. So many people, man. I swear, on Night Slayer, they just get their characters leveled up by mages. And then they just start playing at like level 55 to get their pre-bis. Like, you can tell, like, they don't have any gear at all. It's almost like back in the day when people would flame other players and say things like, did you buy your character? It's almost like that. I see that a lot nowadays. I think the mage boosting is just... It's kind of toxic for the game, but people don't know what to spend their gold on, their extra gold. You know, the people that play, like, a lot. They have, like, tons of leftover gold. They don't know what to do with it, so they just spend it on mage boosts for alts. And I'll admit, it's good. Like, it's a good way to spend gold. Like, you get a lot of XP during those mage boosts. I did it. We had somebody in our guild back in the day. I think his name was Dome. And he would just carry everybody, like, carry everybody's alts to do these, like, these runs. He actually helped level my mage up. That sold a bunch of became like a port seller. And then he started port selling. He realized how chill port selling is compared to, you know, selling carries. And he's like, I'm going to do that instead. And it is pretty chill. You just get a macro that like an icon will come up, like a weak aura icon. And it'll tell you, you know, what portal. It automatically invites. The person will be like looking for TB. That's Thunderbluff. Or looking for org, looking for UC port. And they would automatically invite them. And whoever had like the fastest connection usually got the invite first. And it just tells you right away like what you have to put up. Like, so they would invite the person to group, the weak aura would come up, it would show like a use, like the Undercity logo. And then you just make a port to Undercity, they'd run up to you, trade you 1 gold, and then off they would go. And then while you had the port up for a minute, you know, people could just like join you, and then some people would like not pay you and just jump in because they knew you're kind of like the system you were using. So some people would sneak by that way. And then there's another dirty move you could do. Like, say your connection isn't as fast as one of the mages and they're getting all the customers. You could see if you're active, you know, you're actively playing. You could see them say, like, looking for UC. And then what you do is you go up and you trade. And then they give you a gold. And then the guy makes the port, and then he just goes through it. So the guy who makes the port thinks that he got robbed. But in reality, another mage just took the gold instead. So it's a dirty little game. The port selling game. But it's another fun little game in Classic WoW. Yeah, that's the cool thing about Classic. It feels more like a world like that. You know what I mean? It's a crappy way of making gold though. 1 gold every time. Sometimes you get 2 if you sell like water and food. But it's if you're just chilling on your PC. Or at your PC and you're like watching a movie or something, it's not bad. It's probably one of the most chill ways of making gold. Like mage boosting, it requires like, you know, you're 100% dialed in. Like one mistake and you die, and then, you know, it's also a hit to your reputation, and then the people don't, you know, boost with you anymore. So yeah, that's a much more stressful way of making gold, but you make way more if you do it that way. Take my word seriously, warrior. The Grim Totem clan is evil. If you found their whereabouts, then it's up to you to return and strike the first blow against their clan, for they can come into our own lands and raise our own villages or pilfer our lands.
These are good horns, adventurer. Well done. I'll take these from you, and be sure to tell Belgrim as soon as we return to Orgrimmar. You've helped me twice now.
That's an awesome
For
back.
that, you have my mark. Perhaps in the future I can help you. Good luck to you.
What? Ah, so I did mention a bounty, didn't I? Well, that'll teach me to open my mouth, won't it? You did the work, so I suppose it is only right you reap the greatest reward from it. Take the horns. I'll have them put in a crate for you. Find Belgrom Rockmall in the Valley of Honor. He'll want to know what you saw, and he'll reward you for your hard work. Be well, adventurer, and thank you again for everything you've done.
Where's this witch doctor guy? Is that him? Okay, good. We need to take up a strange quest. We have a sunken temple quest here too, but we can't really pick that up yet. All right, so there we go. We got that. So we have 2 quests in Orgrimmar to turn in. I think we'll fly down there. Why not?
Where would you like to fly to? Walk.
It's worth it because we're getting an upgrade here, guys. Like, this back piece is actually pretty damn good. So here's Grim Discovery. We're going to get this jade. Well, we're going to take the back piece. 30 armor, 8 stamina, 10 attack power. It's going to look like this. I've removed the back pieces from my character and helmets. I just think it looks better. Get to see more of the Whirlwind Axe. And here's a strange request. Nero Fireblade in Orgrimmar has what I need to get started here. He has mixed up a concoction that I need for my, well, you'll see. Off with you now to Orgrimmar. Here, take this with you. It's a shrunken head that I promised Nero in exchange for the herbs. It's the head of some poor dwarf. I ventured across the forest. I'm sure Nero will be pleased. You'll find Nero in the Cleft of Shadow. I don't even know if I should turn this in. It seems kind of creepy, this quest. I don't want to turn it in and then he summons like some huge demon in the Cleft of Shadow that I can't beat. But we'll see what happens. I don't really remember this quest at all. But yeah, not too bad. We got 46 guys, 14 more levels to go. Still a long way away from 60. I think we're just over halfway at the moment. I consider 45 halfway to 60. Like 1 to 45 is the first half, and then 45 to 60 is the second half. Takes a while to get a level now. But we are closer to being high enough for... Oh, I think we probably are high enough for ZF now. This is 44 to 54. We could do ZF. I don't know if we could tank it. Maybe I could just DPS it. But we've unlocked Maradon now. That's kind of cool. Looking for a meaty tank and a healer. I'm probably looking for like a 50 tank. 50 is going to be the level where we will do most of these dungeons, I think. Long ways away from 50, though. We're solid. I'm thinking like 15 hours. Something like that. Let's see how we're doing gold-wise. 91.78 at the moment. We haven't sold all this junk. Maybe that's when we should have went to Orgrimmar's when I got 95 gold. I wonder what we have in the bank that I could just vendor. Not many deaths anymore, I notice. Like, it's only 4 deaths in the last 30 minutes. This guy died to a screeching wind collar and 1,000 needles. 34 warlock. Level 15 undead died to a voidwalker minion. That's probably here. It's right here. That's Skull Rock. That's where a lot of warriors die. Skull Rock is actually probably like very dangerous now that the server's not as like it's medium pop. Not high, not like full. Right? Like there's only what, 4 layers? Yeah. You probably go to Skull Rock and there's probably like one other person there with you. And there's just a bunch of orcs in there. Warlocks just waiting for you to come in and get wrecked. That's a scary spot, Skull Rock. This mage died to a Doomforged dragon in Blackrock Depths. Doomforged Dragoon. I know those. I've been fighting a lot of those. They hit pretty hard. And I learned something about the Dragoon. Supposedly it's an English infantryman. And what they would do is they would ride in on horses and they would like get off their horse and fight. And just fight melee combat, I guess. I don't know what weapons they used, but they didn't fight on their horse, supposedly. I don't know. But that's supposedly what it is, an English infantryman. I think they probably had guns or something, like a pistol or something like that. Maybe pistol and a sword, who knows? Decord died to a Hillsbrad councilman. Oh yeah, that's a rough spot. The Hillsbrad farm. The councilmen are inside the registry area where the town registry is. Troll Hunter died there. And those are, I think they're mages, aren't they, the councilmen? So you get hit by frostbolts, you can't really run away. And there's a lot of them inside the town hall. They have a little town hall there where you got to get a registry and all that, town registry. Remember we did that. We grouped up for it, though. That was probably a good idea. Going in there solo, like, if you don't know, like, how many, like, mobs are inside that town hall, if you just, like, run in, you're going to get surprised quick. And then once you get hit by the frostbolt, good luck getting out of there. That's a rough death, too, because you're a hunter. You know, 27, you have feign. I think you have feigned death by that level. So that's a tough death. Okay. Wow, we're in Orgrimmar, guys. How about that? It's like all the Wrens have been put down already. So we have a couple of quests to turn in. Got to go to the Cleft of Shadow. Just going to sell some junk here. I'm going to check the bank too.
Tail.
I want to see if we have anything to sell. It's a pretty nice back piece. 2 strengths, 5 agi, 7 stam. That was our old back piece. Well, we're getting a better one now. So we'll sell this one. Kind of close. 250 away, guys. Still have Grim Totem Horns. We're so close, but so far. Can actually start making this Tender Wolf meat too. Wish I got a little bit more. 9 is like nothing. Might have to actually use the raptor meat to make some more of that raptor meat stuff. Roast raptor, I believe it's called. So we just need 2 gold and we got our mount.
I guarantee this bank's security with my own blood. Is that good enough for
Elemental Fire, 28 silver. I wanted to save that to sell in the auction house later. There's our Ravager. I wonder how much that sells for. We might have to sell it, guys. Mutant Scale Breastplate. And then we have our Aegis of the Scarlet Commander. And then also our Cold Rage Dagger. We actually have enough, guys. Okay, so we'll have to make a decision. I want to keep all this stuff. Maybe we can get rid of the wool cloth. It's only 6 silver, though.
May your blades never dull.
Let's make some more heavy mage weave. Make a bunch, see how much money we can get. Because we'll get more. But I want to use it to level up. We're probably getting our mount, guys. Happy about that. It's about damn time we got a mount. So yeah, we're going to get a gold for a whole stack of this. So then we'll just need 1 more gold. Maybe we can make some silk bandages, heavy silks. Make a few heavy wools. Yeah, maybe the bandages will pay for it and I won't have to sell any of this stuff. This chest can go, though, I think. It's a nice chest, though. The Mutant Scale Breastplate, a lot of strength on it. I just thought I might need some wool for engineering, but I might not, though. And there we go. We're at 270. Means now we can learn rune cloth bandage now, guys. Just have to head over to the Orgrimmar Shack Hospital and learn it from the doctor there.
Looking for something special?
So we'll sell this. It gives us a gold 20. And if we sold this, it wouldn't give us enough. Let's make a bunch of silk bandages here. Just breastplates, only vendors for 26 silver. I'd probably. What would you? Ravager's a cooler weapon than Cold Rage Dagger. How much are we gonna get for this? Not much. What about this helmet? I think we just sell the Cold Rage Dagger, guys. I need a shield. Just in case. And this just does more damage than the Vanquisher Sword's just better than the dagger. The dagger I wanted to keep for like AQ40 if we ever got there, but the thing is that's so we can just farm Razor Pen Downs again at level 60 for it. So I think we'll just sell that. And that puts us over the top there. And there we go. We're at 96 gold. We have enough now to
Be careful.
Get our mount, so that's good. Happy about that. More than enough now. All right, guys. Well, what I'm going to do today is we'll call it here, and next episode we will make our way to Thunder Bluff, and then we'll make our way down to Bloodhoof Village, and we will learn how to ride a mount, guys. We'll do a little bit of town stuff, too. I got to do a little bit of smelting and turning in some quests as well. Probably do a little bit of cooking, too. But, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.